So coming to service models, we have IaaS and then PaaS and SaaS. What is IaaS? IaaS is nothing but infrastructure as a service. Infra as a service. What is the infra? For suppose you are a banking client. So what are the infrastructure required for you? We need servers, network, routers, internet gateways. Okay, and then peer connectivity should be in place. And then also we need operating system, hardware, RAM, ROM, and so on. All those things required, right? So infrastructure as a service is nothing but a CSP, cloud service provider, basically provides only infrastructure to the client. Okay. So cloud service provider basically own only infrastructure, remaining components like platform and software. Okay, these two are maintained by the client itself. That means they have their own platform and then they have their own software. Okay. Then coming to PaaS. Okay, first we'll see infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service and platform as a service and SAS, software as a service. Okay, what is a PaaS? PaaS means platform. Platform means what is the platform we required? Platform means we need for suppose I want to develop a website. Okay, I want to develop a website. What is the platform required? We need Oracle database or we need MySQL. On top of it, we need a Linux or Unix machine or Windows machine. And then we need a PHP and we need other softwares required. Actually, all the softwares to develop an applications comes under a platform as a service. Finally, software as a service. This is what they are given here. Cloud provider basically leases application or software which are owned by them to its client. Can you tell a few examples? Example, Salesforce. Okay, Salesforce is a bundled application. That means Salesforce is a CRM application. So as an end user, you don't need to procure any license. No need to procure any platform to develop. Similarly, you don't need to procure any infrastructure also. So Salesforce is a CRM application. Most of the clients are using through its cloud interface. Okay. So through cloud infrastructure, okay, people or a client can use Salesforce.com. Okay. Then how they are going to charge it? They are going to charge it based on the usage. For suppose you are XYZ client, you want to use a CRM application for your customer relation services. So what you are going to do at the end of the day, if you are going to use every day some 3 hours, 4 hours, based on the usage only you are going to pay. Okay, but at the end of the day, the entire software is owned by the Salesforce company only. That is called as a software as a service. Okay. Then coming to platform as a service, client no control over the architecture, including operating system, storage, servers, and so on. Okay. We don't have any control over that. Okay, what is the operating system which you are going to use for the software? What is storage required and the servers and so on? The cloud provider gives the flexibility to the customer to deploy related applications using a programming languages tools. Okay. So basically, platform is here. The platform is provided by the cloud provider. Software as a service means entire software is owned by the CSP, cloud service provider. Client is going to use it. Finally, infrastructure. Infrastructure as a service. What is infrastructure as a service? See, infra means what? Hardware and underlying softwares. Okay. So infrastructure as a service means it provides a virtualized computing resources over the internet. Basically, compute is right in AWS. Compute, yes, EC2, Lightsnail, Lambda, Batch, Elastic Beanstalk. Okay, all of this comes under infrastructure as a service. Storage also comes under Infrastructure as a service. Okay, hope we are clear.
Yes, yes.
So that is all about infrastructure as a service. Yeah, here you can see service model. If you are, sorry, if you opt as a client, as a vendor, as a client, if you are going to opt infrastructure as a service, you are going to manage data, applications, runtime, and middleware and operating systems. Everything you have to maintain. But virtualization, servers, storage, and network is maintained by the CSP. CSP means cloud service provider. Cloud service provider basically maintains or provides or manage networking, storage, servers, and then virtualization. Okay. Then platform as a service. Apart from these, actually, CSP, Cloud Service Provider, also maintains operating system, middleware, and runtime. And the last one, software as a service, where these guys will maintain everything except data. Okay, except data. So if you go with the software as a service, networking, storage, servers, virtualization, operating system, and middleware, if you have any middleware required, even that also, runtime, applications, everything is managed by the vendor except data. Okay, you manage data basically. It's software as a service. Okay, what are the deployment models are there? See, there are three models are there: private cloud, public cloud, and hybrid cloud. Private cloud means on-premises. Okay, cloud. On-premise means, for example, you are working for Wipro. Wipro have their own cloud. That means all the software and hardware and application software, everything will be on the premises of Wipro. That is called actually private cloud. Okay. See, I told you already, networking is required to communicate, storage is required to store, servers are required to process your request and responses. Virtualization anyway required to access all the softwares. Operating system should be there, right? Everything is running on operating system only, right? On top of it, we need a middleware if requires. Then runtime. Runtime means applications. Runtime. We have JRE, right? Java Runtime Engine. Okay. And then applications are required anyway at the top. And data, who will provide? I'm going to manage as a customer. When it comes to private cloud, okay, see private cloud. Oh, first it is a public cloud. Public cloud means vendor does not have any control over the cloud. Actually, service provider have the full control over the public cloud. That means service provider makes the resources, application storage available over the internet. Okay, anybody can access that. Public cloud means, okay, so public cloud where all components of the application such as storage and resources, operating system, application network, everything is available to the general public over the internet. Okay, so advantages here are actually they are easy and it's not expensive. Okay, to set up a hardware application and bandwidth costs are covered by the provider. Okay, yeah, there's no chance or there's no um, there's no wastage basically because you pay whatever you use. For example, you are going to use only for 1 hour, you are going to pay for 1 hour only. Okay, because you are not going to own anything here. That is all about public cloud. Okay, you don't need to maintain or a total cost of ownership. We call it actually TWO, total cost of ownership, TOW, sorry. Okay, is zero here. Okay, you don't need to own anything and you don't need to maintain anything here also. You have to simply pay for what you use. It might be daily usage or weekly usage, completely depending on your usage model. Okay, but it is inexpensive and easy to set up also. But it is a public cloud. people think that security issues are there. So that's the only disadvantage with a public cloud. Then coming to private cloud basically it offers services to a limited number of people. Okay, so they basically restrict their usage. For example, AWS have their own cloud, right? Only Wipro have on-premises cloud, right? That means only Wipro people or employees can use that cloud. Others can't use it. That is all about private cloud. How that is possible? We enable the firewalls and we create a security groups. Okay, we place a lot of restrictions to access applications. Okay, so but here the security is very high. That's one of the advantage. But disadvantage is actually total cost of ownership will be high when we compare with the public cloud. Okay, private cloud where companies have direct control over their data. There is chances of stealing the data is very less in private cloud. Okay.
Okay.
So that's the main difference between public cloud and private cloud. Private cloud, limited number of people behind the firewall, so it minimizes security risk. And then finally, hybrid. Hybrid is nothing but the name itself is telling. They incorporate both public and private cloud characteristics. Okay, it's a mix of on-premises, private cloud, and third-party public cloud services. Okay, so most of the companies who are running their businesses follow this model. Okay, whichever the companies where the sensitive information is not at all there, they will host that applications on a public cloud. Okay, the applications are component which are very sensitive. Okay, which has a huge impact on the business if there is any security breach. Those applications could be in a private cloud. So it's a kind of a mix of both private and public. Okay. So if you have it, what happens? It help us to leverage both public and private clouds. Okay. So here you can see third-party applications, on-premise servers, third-party on-premise servers. These are actually private clouds. Sorry, public clouds. These are public clouds. Okay. So basically, hybrid cloud is nothing but a mix of both. Okay, public and private clouds. We have so many vendors are there. Okay, Google Cloud Platform, Amazon Azure, and Amazon Web Services, DigitalOcean, IBM Cloud, Terramark, and so on. Okay, so this is all about introduction to cloud. Okay, have you created an account by any chance today?
Yes, I will create an account today itself.
Okay, please create. Okay,
Hmm.
so let's discuss now. Okay, what exactly the cloud? Okay, just think that. Okay. Yeah. So this is one. Oh, sorry. This is one availability zone. Okay, there is another availability zone. Okay, so this is another availability zone. Okay. So in this zone we have so many components are there. Inside this zone actually we have so many servers, so many things are there. Okay, so what is cloud here? Cloud is nothing but you can say this is a cloud. This is a cloud. Okay, so we are end user here. We are end user here. Okay, so if the end user want to access the resources, okay, if you connect to the cloud, what happens? We have advantage of using various resources from the different availability zones. That means while creating a resource, what you can do, you can choose the availability zone, whichever you want. Okay, so cloud does not restrict you that if you belongs to Asia Pacific, you can only create a resources from the Asia Pacific region. okay, available zones. No. Even though if you are in Africa or some other country, from there you can choose any one of the availability zones through cloud. This is the cloud basically. Okay. So if you have a cloud here, what happened? The cloud basically spread across all availability zones or data centers. Is it clear? Yeah.
Yes.
But when it comes to a network, see, I want to create a small net. See, are you going to use the entire cloud for your business?
No.
No. Okay, of course, no. Okay. Then what I want to do? Then what I want to do? I want to create my own private network. Okay. See, this is a cloud. This is spread across all availability zones. Each availability zone has a servers, network, so many things, all other components, storages, okay, databases, and applications. Everything is there in each and every availability zone. Okay. So these zones basically are useful to create our own infrastructure. Okay. So this cloud basically spread across all availability zones. As an end user, you can create our own private network and you can restrict ourselves. Okay. So when it comes to these components, everything have a address. Everything have an address. Okay. What is this address? Okay. What is this address? So to understand, actually, we should know a few concepts like networking. Okay. Networking concepts, then IP configuration. Okay, IP configuration and routing techniques. Routing techniques. You can ask anyway. We are dealing with cloud, sir. Why we are learning all this network and all? See, cloud is nothing but a networking only, basically. Okay, cloud is a technology. Okay, cloud is a technology. This technology enables us to share resources using a virtualization. Okay. See, Dell is a first company. They have introduced this technology, this virtualization technology. By using that, what happened? We are able to share our resources. The sharing part is done by the cloud technologies. It might be AWS, it might be a Google or whatever it is actually. See, but the basic thing is actually we can't use entire cloud. Entire cloud really can't be used. First, what you have to do actually, we have to create our own network. To create our own network, we should know how network works. Okay, how network works basically. In network, everything is okay called with the address. What is this address? It's called actually IP, internet. Okay, IP, internet protocol. We use IP. Okay, IP address. What is this IP address? Tell me what is the current address of your laptop. You can simply go to CMD and enter IP config. You can get the IP address of your system. IPv4 address of 192.168.29.112. Okay. So similarly, there are two formats: IPv4 and IPv6. Okay, IPv4 and IPv6. Okay, IPv6 in India only Zio network is using IPv6 because with IPv4 the addresses which it is providing is not sufficient. In future, we may need additional IP addresses to link devices in the world. Okay, IPv6 basically follows hexadecimal format, but IPv4 follows a decimal format. Decimal means it takes only 0 to 9 values. IPv6 hexadecimal. Hexa means how many numbers?
Infinite, I think so.
Yeah, hexa means 16.
16. Okay.
Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay,
Okay.
so till F it will take actually. Okay, So, but when it comes to IPv4, it takes only 0 to 9 values in its address. Okay. Then tell me, what is the range? What is the range? Okay. See, IPv4 follows A, B, C, D. This is how actually it looks like IPv4. A contains a maximum length of 255 and then 255. Okay. And then another 255 and another 255. This is the maximum range of IP address provided by IPv4. 255, 255, 255, 255. Okay. What is 255? Okay. Now tell me the calculation of 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Tell me, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 62s are 32, 32s are 64, 62s, yeah, 64 2s are
128.
120, 128 2s are
256.
256. Okay, that means it takes 2 to the power of 8. Okay, 2 to the power of 8, then we will get a 256. Then you can ask the question why we have only 255.
55.
Yeah, the reason is actually our range always starts with 0, 0. Okay, if you include 0 also, then how many IP addresses you will get? From 0 to 255, then how many values are there in between? Equal to 256. If you start with the range from 0, then automatically it will come to 56 values. Okay, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 32, 64, 62 32, 32 2s are 64, 62s are 128, and 128 2s are 256. Okay, so each byte, how many bits we have actually? Each byte contains 8 bits. Okay, if you follow this format, basically each section can hold up to 256 values. Okay, so I will give one simple example of addressing how IPv4 follows. If you are using a old car or old bike, okay, see how your speedometer or odometer works. How you start with 0. 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. Okay, 0. So initially all zeros. Okay, once you start using the bike or car, gradually it will increases to 9. After reaching 9, what happened? The next digit will become 1. 1.0. Then 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. So that is the kilometers actually. So 1.4, 1.5, and so on. Finally, once it reaches 100, or 99, 99, and then immediately what happened actually? It will increase this way, 101. That means 101, and then this value will become 0 again. So that basically, similarly, the IP addressing also follows the same mechanism. Okay. So now you tell me how many systems are there in this world if you do like this. Okay. So 255 into 255, right? 255 and 255 into 255. This is the formula. Now tell me how many devices you can accommodate with this formula. Okay. 255 multiplication with 255 Okay, multiplication again, 255. It comes around 429 crores. Okay, 255. Okay, 255. Now tell me. Yeah. So what's the value? Zeros. Okay. It comes around actually 420 crore devices can be accommodated. 422, almost 423 devices. Yes. Okay. If you also include with zero, okay, how many devices you can accommodate with this? If you also include zero, 256 basically, 256. Okay. So
256.
yeah, 256 into 256 into 256 into 256. So it almost around 429.5
Okay.
a day. If you start using all the IP addresses, we can accommodate up to 430. Okay, 430 crore devices. Okay, 430 crore devices. When it comes to private and public, okay, most of the time our public or private addresses will vary. All public addresses starts with 192 range, 192 or 172 or 10. If you take any device, okay, all devices, all private devices, especially the laptop which you are using for personal usage, okay, all are starts with either 172 or 192, okay, or 10. These are the frequently used IP addresses for private devices. What about public devices? Public devices always starts with the, okay, 40 range and so on. For example, you just go to internet. Okay, so this is internet. In this one, I just want to check my public address. What is my IP address? Okay. What is my IP address? You can go here and you can check. This is my IP address. It's checking for IPv4. See, this is my IP address. It's very odd, right? 49, 37, 162. When it comes to our private IP address, this is my private IP address. 192. It starts with 192. But when it comes to public address, this is 49, 49, 32, 37, 142, and so on. And similarly for IPv6, as I said, actually, it follows actually hexadecimal. That is the reason these many ranges are there. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
So we stop here for today, and tomorrow we'll continue with the networking concepts. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.